Hey folks, welcome to VerifiedInvesting.com. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here. Now in today's video, I want to dive into the Euro USD. There's a major breakout in this currency pair. So again, the Euro is strengthening significantly against the dollar. In fact, this breakout has just occurred in the last few months and may spell trouble for the dominant currency, the US dollar, going forward for the next decade or two, possibly even making it or supplanting it as a reserve currency in 10 or 20 years. I want to show you this chart because it is earth-shattering. All right, into the charts we go here. Let's take a look. This is the Euro USD weekly chart. The first thing that I need to point out is you had this major high where the dollar was strongest against the euro, and that was right in 2008 as the financial crisis was unfolding. And we know that the dollar was the major reserve currency. All money ran towards the dollar, and that really weakened the euro against the US dollar. But take a look at this. You have the peak, and then you have these subsequent highs. And look, they all line up. They line up beautifully. Now, what does this tell us? Well, we can very clearly see that the Euro USD had a high here, high right there, here, and then look at what happened. We broke out, retraced, and have continued to move higher. In other words, the euro has continued to strengthen against the US dollar. Now, this is problematic for the dollar because this is not a short-term breakout. This isn't something that, oh, it's breaking out from a level that it was a few months ago. This is literally going back, about 15 to 17 years ago. And it is a major breakout. And in technical analysis, when you have a breakout of a trend line that goes back, let's say, a decade or more, it is a major move. And it's not just a little breakout. It's not like it just goes up a little bit and then it kind of stalls out. These are usually historically, per probability of chart analysis going back through tens of thousands of charts, these are usually the beginnings of bigger moves. In other words, the euro is likely to strengthen continually for multiple years going forward. Now, listen, that doesn't mean it's not going to have a pullback against the dollar every so often, right? I mean, anytime you have a breakout, right, you can easily see a retrace, right? So we're even seeing a little bit of a stall here. But the point being is when you have this trend line going back this far, this isn't just going to pull back, and generally you're going to go higher, pull back, go higher, pull back, go higher. And I think the bigger issue here is what does it speak of in regards to the dollar's dominance as the reserve currency, right? Well, we have Bitcoin starting to emerge more and more. Gold is starting to play a bigger role. We know the central banks have been accumulating more gold than they really have historically in almost 50 plus years, if not longer. And so all of these are pointing to less satisfaction or belief in the US dollar by other countries, which are feeling the need to diversify away from dollars. And per the chart, and let's go back to the chart one more time. Per the chart, this is telling us that this is not just a short-term thing. This is likely a breakout that while it will have pullbacks where the dollar does strengthen against the euro, it is likely going much higher. And that, again, folks, is something that's very telling for the future of the dollar. And I want to be clear here. By no means does this spell the end of the US dollar as a reserve currency in the next 1 year, 5 years, or even 10 years. But these type of things, these reserve currencies, they slowly adjust over time where we could be looking at, let's say, a reserve currency flip or more of a new currency developing out there over the next 10 to 20 years. And that's really the key story here, folks, is that if you're a trader, you're really looking to be generally buying pullbacks on the Euro US dollar pair, looking for higher moves. And also, what does it tell us about the bigger picture here? And that, again, is that the euro is going to gain. Even yen is looking the same way. And the dollar dominance will slowly fade over the next decade. All right, guys, I just wanted to bring that to your attention. Huge chart there, huge important factors. Hopefully you got something out of it. And again, as always, I'm here and I've got your back. I will keep you posted. No BS, just charts. Have a good one. Take care.